I am Anka Badurina, the Executive Director of Building One Community. I look forward to sharing more about our recent work at BUNC later today, but first I would like to recognize all the elected officials who are with us this morning. We're grateful for their interest in the issues immigrants face and their constant willingness to listen to and support this community. As I say your name, I hope you will stand. Mayor Caroline Simmons, Attorney General William Tong, Congressman Jim Himes, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal, Secretary of the State Stephanie Thomas, State Senator Cece Marr, Representative Anabel Figueroa, Rachel Cana, Tracy Mara, David Mitchell, and Selectman of Darien, Mercy Minnick. David Martin and Terry Wood, who are also with us today. So now we're going to hear from Attorney General William Tong first.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Anka and Luis and Catalina Horak, the founder of this organization. Thank you for your incredible leadership, and thank you to all the supporters and volunteers. Can you please give everyone a round of applause, please? Thank you for the services you provide to immigrant families across Fairfield County and the region. And thank you for seeing immigrants and immigrant families and making us visible. As Luis said, so many people, immigrants, are forced from their homes. They run from violence, danger, hunger, and they sacrifice so much. They sacrifice their dignity and their humanity. And they struggle to get here only to find themselves invisible. Live in places that many people would not choose to live, to do jobs that many people do not want to do. And when I was a kid, I would say that I was the proud son of immigrants. But when new immigrants came, like many people, it was easy for me to see them as being different from us, right? To put them over here. And I remember when the first kids showed up in school in West Hartford, Connecticut, who were resettled from Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. I remember thinking, well, I'm the son of immigrants, and they're refugees. But in the fullness of time, I began to understand that my family was displaced. They were forced from their homes by war and danger, and they ran for their lives. What am I if I'm not also the son of refugees? So I say that just to remind everybody here that sometimes it's easy to forget that we're not just building one community, we are one community, right? The difference between us and the people that we serve is not so great, and in many cases, the experience is very much the same. That's what we're doing this morning. We're taking care not just of immigrants, we're taking care of our people, our family, and really making them part of one community. Thank you.
Good morning, and let me add my voice of thanks to the support that you give to Building One Community. You'll hear shortly from Senator Blumenthal. Where Senator Blumenthal and I work in Washington, immigration policy is badly broken. I think at all ends of the political spectrum, people understand that. But here in southwestern Connecticut, because of your generosity and because of your volunteer hours, the way we treat our immigrants, the way we train them for the jobs that we hope that they will do, the businesses that we hope that they will start, the language assistance that we give them, delivers on something much more important than laws that have been around for 250 years, and that is how we treat migrants. For all of our faith tradition, migrants have a special place. Going back 4,000 years, migrants have a special place in the way we think about our values and our ethics. And though our immigration policy may be broken, here in Connecticut, we are answering the call and the needs of the migrant. Thank you to your generosity. Thank you to the many volunteer hours that are making that true here. Again, thank you for your support of Building One Community.
Good morning, everyone. I am so proud to be here, having arrived late last night from Washington, D.C. I am Richard Blumenthal, your United States Senator. For those who may have seen the AI demonstration in the Senate earlier this week, I'm the real Richard Blumenthal. It's not a clone, not a AI simulation. I am really so moved to look out at this audience. This is what America looks like. This is the best in America. This is a nation of immigrants, which is why we are the greatest nation in the history of the world, because we welcome people with all the talents and energy and drive and diversity that no other nation, none, has in the world. And one of my very favorite things to do, and I try to do it every Friday that I'm back in Connecticut, is to go to the courthouse where immigration and naturalization ceremonies are conducted, and to see people become American citizens. Anybody in this room who hasn't done it, you should. I tell my colleagues they should. Because you see how much it means to people to become a citizen of this country, how much it means to come here. We fail to appreciate how fortunate we are to live in this country, to be American citizens. And I say to them, to the 60 or so who are becoming citizens, you've passed a test that most Americans couldn't pass. And, you know, they laugh just like you're laughing because they know it is true, and you know it's true, that so many Americans take it for granted, particularly the ones who want to keep out new citizens. So for as long as I've been Attorney General and then a United States Senator, my mission has been to provide a path to citizenship for the millions of undocumented men and women and children, the dreamers, who are enriching this country with their dreams and their energy, their contribution, to enable a more rational and effective system. And I say, to the people who are becoming citizens, I see in you my own father, who came to this country in 1935 to escape persecution. He was 17 years old. He had not much more than the shirt on his back. He knew no one, and he spoke no English. Today, he might well have been turned away, but this country gave him a chance to succeed. And everybody in this room has that kind of story. It may not be exactly that story. My father came alone at 17. Yours is different. It may be going back generations, not just decades. But we should be proud of that heritage, and we should value every single person who comes to this country seeking a better life, seeking freedom, seeking the kinds of values that this country has always epitomized. And so my thanks to every one of you for being here this morning, for living those values in the work that you do, and Community One is going to continue to thrive and enable Stamford and Connecticut and America to achieve its great promise. Thank you all for being here today.
Good morning, everyone. What a tough act to follow, Senator Blumenthal. Such powerful words. And he beat me here, coming all the way from Washington, D.C. If only we could do something about that traffic. If I could work on that. I am so thrilled and honored to be with you all, and just so inspired looking out at this packed room of so many supporters who are in this work every day, supporting immigrants in our community. And I just want to start by thanking Anka Batarina and the entire B1C board, staff, volunteers. Can we just give them a big round of applause? We're so grateful to you for the extraordinary work you do to support our immigrant community in Stanford and in our region. Our immigrants are a cherished part of our city, and just as we are a nation of immigrants, we are also a city of immigrants and have a proud, long history of welcoming people from all over the world to our city. We have people that speak over 70 different languages in Stanford that come from nearly every continent and every country across the globe. And I couldn't be more proud to get to be mayor of a city that welcomes people from all over the world and to get to be mayor of this beautiful, diverse mosaic of people in our community who bring so much to our city, from an entrepreneurial spirit to incredible, rich, diverse cultural talent to hardworking ethic and a commitment to this country, to serving our community. We are so grateful to all of our immigrants who have helped build this country, helped build this city. They are truly the greatest strength of our city. There's a saying that you judge a city by how well it treats the most vulnerable among us. And if Building One Community and all of you in this room are any measure of that, then we are truly exceptional. Because the work that Building One Community does touches the most vulnerable in our city. They support immigrants who are coming to our country seeking a better life, seeking better opportunity. They touch refugees coming from war-torn countries like Ukraine and Afghanistan, seeking a safe community to raise their kids in. And they provide everything from English classes to job training to legal services to housing, you name it. And it's such an incredible experience. You all know when you get to go visit a B1C program at their old center on Selick Street and now in their beautiful new space on Chapin Avenue, and you see the beautiful flags from all over the world hanging on the wall, and you get to feel the warmth and love and compassion that the B1C staff bring to every interaction. It just makes you so proud to live in this country and to be part of a community with such warm, compassionate, welcoming people. And in addition to that, they are on the front lines of advocacy at a time when there continues to be hatred and divisive rhetoric against immigrants in our country. This organization is responsible for helping advocate for the Trust Act in Connecticut, which leaders like Attorney General Tong helped fight for, making sure that our police are not in the business of deportation. They helped fight for an expansion of Medicaid benefits to undocumented immigrants and are continuing to fight for that expansion. They've helped fight for more affordable housing. They've helped lobby our federal delegation for comprehensive immigration reform, and they continue to be on the front lines in that fight every single day for immigrants in our city, and we're just so proud and grateful to have this organization. So I'll just close by reading a quote from President Obama, who gave a speech on the importance of immigration reform in 2014, and he said, quote, "Scripture tells us that we shall not oppress a stranger, for we know the heart of a stranger. We were strangers once too. We are and always will be a nation of immigrants because we were strangers once too." So let's remember that we all stand on the shoulders of ancestors and immigrants and strangers who came to this country seeking a better life, and let's continue to recommit ourselves to making our country a land of opportunity for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Simmons and all our elected officials. At B1C, we're incredibly proud to work hand in hand with you and your teams.